Welcome to Batsumania! It's another season and another chance to finally get rid of this asshole.
The following contest is Batsumania! Introducing first, making his way to the ring from the mean streets of Niigata, the Light Tanaka Kenichi.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AWL 360, the Season 18 finale of the Animated Wrestling League from the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. This is Batsumania, the 4 worst wrestlers in the Animated Wrestling League, in terms of win-loss record, of course, enter the ring. 3 falls to a finish. The winner of each fall, I believe this is unique in professional wrestling, the winner of each fall leaves the ring. They are safe, their careers continue. We will see them in Season 19, if and when it happens. The loser of the final fall, however, out for good. And Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi, the very bottom of the win-loss records. And now the man who defeated Tanaka Kenichi last week, well, 2 weeks ago technically, but we're going to say it was last week.
Introducing next, from the depths of despair, Setsubo!
Formerly the happiest man in professional wrestling, formerly Mr. Smiles. His smile he lost his smile, ladies and gentlemen. Sunk to the depths of despair, he became Setsubo. Failed the pit one too many times. He was cast down into the pit, and now he is risen as this mammoth, gargantuan spirit of darkness and depression from the depths. Will he drag Tanaka Kenichi or the other 2 participants in this match to despair? We will have to find out. 3 falls to a finish. You only have to win 1. And this is of all the wrestlers here, this is the one I least want to see lose.
One half of the Flying Yuki's, Hiroyuki Shota.
One half of the first tag team to ever graduate as a unit from the AWL dojo, the Flying Yukis. Flash Nobuyuki, the tag team partner, by 1 victory, escaping Batsumania this year. Which means at least we won't have the psychological damage of seeing Yuki on Yuki violence in this match. Hiroyuki Shota, a talented young man. He's a former AWL World's Tag Team Champion. He has what it takes to do this, I truly believe that. But probably the best equipped for this match.
And finally, making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, the Prince of the Pinfall, Izumi Ryuji.
Best equipped for this match, the man who can pull a pitting predicament out of literally any angle, any move, anytime, any place, anywhere in the ring. This is Batsumania. There is it's pinfall or submission in the ring only. No countouts, no disqualifications. You're fighting for your career, you're fighting for your professional life. You're not going to lose it on a closed fist. Anything and everything goes. Nice forward roll by the Prince of the Pinfall. 3 count, you're out. As the Simuverse robots watch on, we're hoping to have live crowds back for Season 19. All 4 wrestlers in the ring. Here goes everything. And we're off. First fall of 3, first of 2 matches on this video. We're also going to have the British Openweight Championship defended in a World of Sports Rules match that's going to be coming up later in this very video. Long videos this week because it is the season finale. We've got so much professional wrestling we are trying to cram in to 1 week. As Zetsubo in a bit of trouble on the side here, going after the Prince of the Pinfall with a kill shot. Into the cover. This could be the first fall of the match. One, as the Prince of the Pinfall able to roll his shoulder just barely off the canvas. Flying knee. And a brainbuster reversed escape. Hiroyuki Shota showing he is the superior technical wrestler. All four of these wrestlers. Oh, over the top rope, down to the floor. And wait a minute. The abdominal claw. Watch Hifumi Ryuji. Watch the Prince of the Pinfall. You see that? He turns a stomach hold. He turns a submission hold into a pinning predicament almost effortlessly. Snap vertical suplex by Thug Life Nakanichi. And down, up, boom! Pinfall driver into the cover. One, and a breakup by Thug Life Nakanichi. Hifumi Ryuji using the right strategy. Pinfall driver again. And he's got it, referee slightly out of position. 1, 2. And I think that was a 3 count, or should have been a 3 count, had senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family not been late on the count. And, oh! STO, Space Tornado Ogawa from Hifumi Ryuji as Hiroyuki Shota, the Flying Yuki's on the outside, and now it's one-on-one, and this is the match we saw at AWL 359, and it was a dominant win, just like that, for Zetsubo, but it's not going to be one-on-one for very long. Cravat suplex by the new and improved Zetsubo. But now in the ring, and remember, only what happens in the ring counts here. Well, what do we have? Going to go for an O'Connor roll into the German with a German suplex hold off. 1, 2. Nearly a saved career. And this is maybe the one aspect of Batsumania that's a positive for these wrestlers. They get a chance to show off what they can do. Going, oh, face plant, rolls through, pinfall. Gets the shoulder up. Hifumi Ryuji, an opportunity to show off everything that he knows how to do here on a huge stage. This is the season finale. If he can impress the AWL commissioner in this match, that might lead to more opportunities in season 19. Again, if and when season 19 happens. I've been living in Japan for 14 years now. I'm finally leaving. I am finally going back to the mysterious realm of Gaikoku. I'm going to parts unknown. And I hope the AWL will continue in some form in the future. But it may not. I may have to put this hobby that nobody but me watches aside. So if you would like to see more of the Animated Wrestling League, like this video, leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know that you want to see more of the Animated Wrestling League. Meanwhile, on the outside, Thug Life Nakanichi trying to fight off the most obvious competition here as Hiroyuki Shota, David versus Goliath match in the inside of the ring going up. What is this? Up, down, punch, knock out. And some unorthodox offense by Hifumi Ryuji. He could turn that into a cover, but he doesn't get the chance. Realizing he had to break up Zetsubo's attempt. Nobody wants to be in the second round. Wait a minute, Hurricane Rana into the roll-up. Only a 1 count. Hifumi Ryuji pulling out these pinfalls out of any possible direction. And now going right back to that almost a classic claw, the double iron claw, abdominal claw. And he doesn't go straight for the cover there, but oh! And another surprise knockout punch by Zetsubo for the 1. There is a pink slip at the end of this book. And it's not going to be Grover the whole time. And the Flying Yuki is going to show why they fly. Hiroyuki Shota, wait a minute, drops down to break up the, I don't know what Hiroyuki Shota was planning there, but it didn't work. But it did break up the cover. As somehow, Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi a house of fire here, as he takes down Zetsubo and gets Zetsubo into the corner. The chop having absolutely zero effect. Uh-oh. Straight jacket powerbomb. That's how depression feels sometimes. Kick to the midsection and oh! and a blatant chokehold here. This is illegal, but there are no disqualifications, and Batsumania there's also no time limit in this match. And going up, a double digital video disc coming up here. Hiroyuki Shota gonna fly, drop kick, double team on Tanaka Kenichi, DVD drop kick. That might be one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. And now the sleeper hold. He's won. This is the move that won the Flying Yukis the tag team titles not so long ago. But the sit out into the stunner, that's one of the best ways out of a sleeper hold. Kick right to the knee, and now Zetsubo, boom, the shot you don't see coming that knocks you out. Speaking of knockout, there's a big chop there by Hiroyuki Shota. All four men in the 20 by 20 foot ring. Cover. Broke up. Broken up, broken back. And I don't know how he just did that. Some sort of forward roll neck breaker by Zetsubo, who's moving in a way he really shouldn't be able to. Big knee. Going up. Pinfall driver. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Hikimiyuji wins the first fall and saves his career. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of that portion of the match. Pinfall driver. Barely the shoulders down.
Hikimiyuji has survived.
That means we will now move into the second stage of Batsumania, triple threat rules. And now there's no cover. If you don't win this match, you're going to the final stage, and your career could be on the line. Only a few seconds of rest. No time limit. We're off again, and now it gets awkward because it's an odd number of competitors. This is where it gets awkward and it gets dangerous. Swinging indie neck breaker by Hiroyuki Shota of the Flying Whoa! Backdrop driver! And he's going up. Hiroyuki Shota determined to win this. And the longer this match goes on, the more fatigue becomes the factor. A flare flop off of the top. An attempt at the knee got the street cutter, countered into an axe bomber into the corner. Up, down, alley-oop drop. Roll through into a modification of the ST, I think almost a regal stretch. Stretching the resources, stretching the mental resources is Zetsubo. And the head shot in a snapmare. Blockbuster. Hiroyuki Shota throwing every ounce of his energy, every gram of his body weight into this, and drop down with a drop toe hold. Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi in control. This is what you have to do in this situation. Try to get one of the other wrestlers out of the ring long enough to pick up a pinfall. One and only one, says senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. This is AWL 360 Season 18 finale. In our main event Friday, Sombo no Yaiba, the blade that cuts between life and death, will face Kid Canada for the AWL Grand Championship. Every other title also on the line. We will have the Elder Tigers versus the Junior Tigers. For the tag team titles on Thursday. Oh, and barely a breakup. Hiroyuki Shota looking for something. Indie neck breaker. What is he thinking? He's got to be thinking maybe that sleeper hold. If he can get it right. Yes, he can. If he can keep the leverage. No, he doesn't. Into the cover, off of the sleeper. Zetsubo in trouble. 1, 2, 3. Hiroyuki Shota with the win. And that means we are down to the final stage. And both of the remaining wrestlers are going to be exhausted. And look at that. The leverage adding additional oomph to that sleeper hold. And it's just enough. He probably could have pinned Tanaka Kenichi. But Zetsubo was just closer.
Hiroyuki Shota has survived.
The Flying Yukis will persevere into Season 19. But now, do we finally get rid of Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi? Or does the 6-year career of Zetsubo come to a conclusion? We will find out in the final showdown, the third stage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Batsumania, the final. And these never last long. And oh, immediately, Niigata street cutter. Zetsubo exhausted, already half asleep from the sleeper hold. 1, 2, damn it! Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi, still in the Animated Wrestling League. And there it is, Zetsubo, Mr. Smiles, gone for good.
Damn it. Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi has unfortunately survived. On behalf of the Animated Wrestling League, we wish Zetsubo all the best in his future endeavors.
See you next season, you little bastard. And now, an unusual event in the AWL, a defense of the British Openweight Championship, and it will be under World of Sport rules.
The following contest is scheduled for 2 falls, 2 submissions, and a knockout under World of Sport rules in 5 5-minute rounds for the British Openweight Championship.
And here comes the challenger, by custom coming out first. We know what era it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Reiwa Resu time! As Matt Classic 2, son of the original, makes his way to the ring. This match will be contested under World of Sport rules. What that means, this is traditional British professional wrestling. It's catch as catch can. No leaving the ring. Limited rules on what you can do. It emphasizes technical grappling. 5 5-minute rounds. 1 fall ends a round automatically. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or 1 knockout will determine the winner and the British Openweight Champion. The only Openweight title, explicitly Openweight title that we've got here, all titles in the AWL. We abolished weight divisions years ago, but the fact that this is going to be a bit of a mismatch here, a younger, more scientifically inclined Matt Classic 2, and a rough and tumble deathmatch veteran, Satoshi Tobu. In the middle of the pandemic, he endured the quarantine, he endured the endless rounds of testing in order to become the British Openweight Champion. Flew over to the UK, one of the last shows that anyone tried to put on over there before everything shut down, and now back here with that beautiful British Openweight title belt. And this is not the only match we're going to see from Satoshi Tobu tonight. He has earned the right to challenge for the AWL Intercontinental Championship. So there's a chance he could come out of this week a double champion, or he could come out with nothing. The man who took the longest possible road to get to the Animated Wrestling League, he's not giving up without a fight. And there you see that beautiful British Openweight Championship, available on Community Creations, by the way. Let's go to ringside, make this official.
Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of the independent circuit, the innovator of professional wrestling, Matt Classic 2. And his opponent is the reigning and defending British Openweight Champion, Satoshi Tobu. The following contest is an officially sanctioned British Openweight Championship match under the auspices of British Independent Promotions Incorporated. General Manager Smedley Snodgrass III presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official Joey Bonganucci in charge.
This is technically an inter-promotional match. So we thank the folks over at British Independent Wrestling Incorporated for allowing this to happen on the finale. Round 1 of up to 5. Collar and elbow tie-up as it should be to start a World of Sport rules match. Into the corner, referee calls for the clean break. Is he going to get it? A little bit of encouragement there, but he does get the combatants aside from each other. Strike with the elbow, legal blow. And bulldog by Satoshi Tobu, a man who wrestled more than 10 years on the Japanese independent deathmatch circuit before finally gaining admission to the AWL Dojo, a program he has graduated from. And going floating over the top into the DDT. Now remember, leaving the ring for any reason is a disqualification. So expect to see this confined to the squared circle. And that's something that is a little outside the standard realm, if you will, of Satoshi Tobu. He loves to brawl. He loves to incorporate weapons. He loves to go to the outside. He cannot do any of that here, but he does have the strength, power, muscle, experience advantages over his opponent. I think he's also got height and reach as well. Matt Classic, however, I would call a more gifted grappler or a gifted technical wrestler, but this looks like a double wrist lock, sitting Kimura lock. Broken as Satoshi Tobu tries to regain control of the matchup. Across the rope. Satoshi Tobu able to put on the brakes there wisely. A running elbow strike, even under the strictest interpretation of World of Sport rules, that is legal. Going to the ground now. That technically, I can't make full World of Sport rules. I apologize. All the British wrestling purists out there, I'm trying my best. Not even a 1 count, with 3 minutes and change remaining in the first round. And the mask, but not effective. Hard head of Satoshi Tobu. Dragon screw leg whip, trying to twist the knee of the highly experienced deathmatch wrestler Satoshi Tobu. As we now approach the halfway point of the match, by tradition of British wrestling, there will be no time calls in this match. As the airplane spin into the cutter, putting his own twist on one of his father's signature maneuvers. And now Matt Classic 2 might be looking for the classic flaw, and he gets it. Locked in, pretty tight. This could get our first fall. This referee checking, referee doing his job. Checking for the submission. Satoshi Tobu does not give up, and he is able to break the grip of Matt Classic 2. 2 minutes. Attempted a back splash at a Poison Rana. You certainly wouldn't see that at a Jimmy Breaks back in the day. 1, 2, maybe Johnny Saint, but I don't think so. And going off the ropes with a Phoenix splash, needing nothing but canvas with only 92 seconds on the clock. And now a little more standard striking offense, and the chops to the throat. The cross chops right to the throat. We have about 1 minute 15 left. Remember, this is only the first round, up to 5 rounds in this contest. The British Openweight Championship, the gold is on the line. And 1 minute left. Wrestlers not having the time call, not having the warning of how much time is left. They're just going to keep fighting. But they've got to be keeping it in the back of their mind. I don't have a lot of time. There will be a mandatory rest period between rounds if we get that far, assuming there's not a lucky knockout or a lucky fall. Right here, pump handle slam. That's usually enough for Satoshi Tobu to pick up a victory. 1, 2, kick out by Matt Classic 2, kicking out of the pump handle slam. The simple but effective, though not as effective this time round, finishing maneuver of Satoshi Tobu, the British Openweight champion. And of course, this will have an effect on the Intercontinental title match. 1, 2, and with that kick out, I think we're guaranteed a draw in the first round.
Round 1 is a draw.
Okay, rest period over, seconds away. 5 minutes left, round 2 commences. Again with a collar and elbow tie-up, this time a standing headlock. Flipped over into a grounded headlock, good chain wrestling, as we would expect in World of Sport rules. Respect for the style there. Collar and elbow again, going behind. Doesn't have the full waist lock. Was able to get him across, get him down. I think the fingers, yes, now clasped around that barrel chest of Satoshi Tobu. So far it's been all Mat Classic 2 in the second round, 30 seconds in. Now he's got this is the first ever World of Sport match for Mat Classic 2, so now he's got an idea in his head just how short 5 minutes is. And he wants to end this as quickly as possible. Now these wrestlers, there's not a lot of rest time. They do get a chance to catch their breath, grab a drink of water, but they will not be at full strength, full effect in the second, third, fourth, or even fifth round. By the way, if we go through the full 5 rounds without a clear winner, the title will remain with Satoshi Tobu. That is the champion's advantage here. Right hand, oh, going for the arm, going for the elbow, I think, and maybe thinking take out the arms, take away the classic claw. That might be a good strategy. 1, only a 1 count. Satoshi Tobu, he knows what he's dealing with here. Despite his looks, his physical presentation, well, frankly, his odor, he does know what he's doing in the ring. He's not a stupid man. I mean, he's still a deathmatch guy, so he's kind of dumb, but you know what I mean. Big slap, big chop right across the chest. As we're now 2 minutes into the second round, and the momentum has completely shifted here. Into the cover for the 1. No, only a 1 count, says senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. And, oh, cross arm! The mask will offer some protection from those kind of maneuvers, but not much. Into the cover for the 1. I talked to Satoshi Tobu, and he told me that for a few days before a match, he doesn't like to shave his arms. He likes to have those little hairs growing on his arms so that they feel like sandpaper when he does those cross-face strikes. And now into the airplane spin. Gonna do his own version? Yes, he does. The airplane cutter. And now thinking classic claw again, perhaps. Yes, he is. Classic claw, that could get him a submission. And at this point, Satoshi Tobu's got to be thinking, do I tap out now, save myself some pain, get to the next round, get the rest period in? No. He's not going to do any of that. As we're going straight to a military no, DDT! Brilliant, brilliant counter by Mat Classic 2. And he's going to go straight for the cover. 1, 2. No. About 8 minutes and 25 seconds into this match in its entirety, and we have yet to see a single fall. And a knee right to the face, no knockout there. Every time there's a really hard strike or a really big power move, you have to look to the referee. Is he going to call for a KO? Knee lift, not exactly Harley Race, but it works. And now the flurry of offense. All open hand. Oh, elbow. And Mat Classic's going to have to do a better job of defending himself. He does get back up to his feet. Downward spiral. And we have blood. I do believe Satoshi Tobu has been busted open. So we can get the camera around to confirm that. Into the cover. 1. Yes, he has. Oh, yes, he has. Satoshi Tobu bleeding badly. We'll have a ringside doctor look at that in between rounds if we get that far. 35 seconds on the clock. Elbow. And yeah, Mat Classic 2 not really defending himself here. Barely putting up a fight. Satoshi Tobu tasting his own blood in berserker mode almost. Pump, handle, slam, and the referee calls it. That is a knockout, and that is 1 knockout to a finish. A victory and a retention for Satoshi Tobu. I believe that is where the blood was spilled, but a beautiful DDT there. However, in the end, victory for the Violent One. And it came down really to this. Look at that, no defense, the arms are down.
Here's your winner by knockout and still British Openweight champion, Satoshi Kobe.
And there you see it, his first title win of the night, of the week. He might be a double champion by Friday. Tune in tomorrow because it's going to be ladies' night. The Joshi singles and tag team titles will be on the line in just 24 hours. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Like, share, subscribe, enable notifications. Ashitamo Suzuku. We'll see you tomorrow for the Joshi division. Thanks for watching.